Matt Ryan, this is where we would put that in. Matt Ryan is somebody that people honestly talk about. Is he a Hall of Famer now, right now? You really do have to question it. I, for one, of course, believe he's one. But we all know we're like, well, if he gets the Super Bowl, he's a shoo-in.
Because
he would be a shoo-in. And so
he won an MVP. He's had multiple Pro Bowl seasons.
He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro, one-time All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. He's the best player in Falcons franchise history.
And he took a team that was a losing franchise. A dumpster fire, losing franchise.
The last Meyer that was in the league was coach of that team prior to him getting there.
And he
turned Leftwich was one of the starting quarterbacks the year before that, and he's getting interviewed for head coaching jobs now.
Yeah. And he turned the Falcons into a average team. Like, we've been an average team, average to above average franchise since we've had Matt Ryan, and that's not been our history.
Well, early in his tenure, we were above average. 5 straight winning seasons, 13-3 years, made the playoffs 4 out of those 5 years. And then after that, you've got 2 more playoff appearances. And obviously some stinky seasons in between, but that's because we've just had one of the worst defenses in the NFL for, I don't know, fucking the whole decade. But
TD.
Yeah, this is straight up, guys like, and this wasn't TD's fault because I think that was Petrino and McKay, but McKay's still there. They drafted Jamal Anderson, the other Jamal Anderson.
Yeah.
One of the biggest busts I can ever remember. They signed Ed Hartwell. You remember Ed Hartwell from because he was with the Ravens, and everybody was like, yeah, Ray Lewis, like his understudy, like this top linebacker.
Yeah, no.
Gave Chris Houston a ton of money.
Dante Robinson.
He signed and Asante was good those first year or two. Yeah. TD's only done good with trades. Trading up to get Julio. I would say trading up to get Trufant was great too. Obviously, Tony G being like one of the best, like getting John Abraham. Like those were great moves by TD, but he drafted Peter Kahns. He drafted what was my man?
He drafted Jake Matthews, didn't he? No, we traded for Jake Matthews because he came over from Cleveland.
No, Alex Mack.
Alex Mack, I'm sorry,
We signed Alex Mack.
We signed Alex Mack.
Yeah.
We drafted Jake Matthews.
Yeah.
We drafted. I'm not even gonna say his name because Cartersville will kill me for it.
Who?
But he only had one great season.
Yeah, I know who we're talking about. Mr. Beasley, huh? Hey, look. I don't know. Shit. They could have been out there with those guys, and we wouldn't have known any different. But nonetheless,
I mean, yeah, I feel like he should have been out there this year. Just looking at.
Might as well. I don't see why not. Could have just got the band back together. Maybe even traded back and got Tack. Who knows? But point being, that's what Matt Ryan's had to work with. And so, like, when we talk about Hall of Famers, I bring him up because that's somebody that, especially now with Ben and Tom moving on, now we got to look at who's in the NFL and who legitimately has that case.